Now, in returning to an important subject that we haven't talked about so much recently is number sets. Now, just as if you're a child in elementary school and you're learning mathematics, you have to learn the multiplication tables and other shortcuts. It's the same with Himalayan art. You have to learn the number sets of Buddhism, of Bön, and of the Hindu traditions, depending on what you're interested in, of course. Or you have to learn the Himalayan art number sets for understanding the art history aspects. Or you have to learn the deity number sets for understanding how deities are configured and what the different traditions are. So, with the Bön religion, we have a number of very, very important number sets, which really are an abbreviation of all of the art, all of the figurative art of the religion. And so it's much easier to learn the number sets than to try and learn all of these different components individually and all the different deities and teachers and subjects that will appear in art. It's much easier to learn the number sets and to have much smaller groupings of key points and information subsumed under one specific heading. So with the Bön, we actually start with the number 3, and we have the 3 deities of Bön. Now, the 3 deities here mean the 3 most important, or the most considered the 3 highest, which is Welse, Lago, and Sochok. Then we have, and now these 3 deities of Bön, they also have another number 5 later on, and that has more information. But then we also have the 3 protectors of Mi, Du, and Sen. So this is really Sipe Gyalmo and Sen Apse, and then the protector that rides the otter, which is a unique feature of Bön, is that they incorporate a lot of Himalayan and mountain and Tibetan plateau animals, whereas Buddhism generally only uses Indian subcontinent animals. Okay, now for the number 4, we have the 4 Bonpo families. So that's the Dru, Shu, Pa, and Meu. I believe it's the Dru family is the one that established Menri Monastery with Nyame Sherab in the 14th century, early 15th century. Then we have the 4 deathless ones, the Chime Yabse Shi, and this is coming out of a terma of Dorje Lingpa. So that's again looking at 14th, early 15th century. Then we have the 4 guardian kings, and with the Bön tradition, we have 2 different types. We have the Maju, and then we have more 4 guardian kings coming out of the biographies of Tongpa Shenrab. Then we have the 4 transcendent lords. Now these are very important. These are some of the most important figures in the Bön tradition, because it includes Tongpa Shenrab himself, and these 4 transcendent lords are what make up constitute the majority of creation myths for the Bön tradition. Then for the number 5, we have the 5 Bonpo families. Now we already have the 4, the Dru, Shu, Pa, and Meu family, but what is sometimes added is Shen, the Tongpa Shenrab family and descendants, and so then we can have the Dru, Shu, Pa, Meu, and Shen. Then we have the 5 deity Sherab Chama mandala configuration. Then we have the all-important, the 5 excellent ones of the Sei fortress. Now, this is where we also get the 3 meditational deities of Bön, the Welse, Lago, and Sochok. So with the 5 excellent ones of the Sei fortress, then 2 more are added. Then we have the Yewong Rigna. So this is a set of 5 gods that are very important for funerary practices of the Bön. We have the 5 Khandros of the elements in the Magyu system. We have the 5 offering goddesses. Now we have many different systems of offering goddesses, but we also have 5 here, and then it just increases. Then we have the 5 personal gods, the Goehlanga. And yes, we do find this in Buddhism, but it is more prominent and more important in Bön. And we also know that because the 5 personal gods are included in Bön marriage ceremonies, along with the, not the katak, but the precursor to the white scarf katak is the mutak of the Bön. And that also plays a role in the marriage ceremony, which of course Buddhism doesn't really have until recent times. Now, for 6, we have the 6 guardians of the 6 realms. Now, that's called the Dulwa Shendruk, and these are actually 6 different forms of Tompa Shenrap that relate to the 6 realms. We have the 6 khandros of the Magyu system. We have the 6 realms of existence. Now, you have to understand the 6 realms is all based on Nyingma, because in traditional Indian Buddhism, it's actually a 5-realm system, and the 2 gods, the Asuras and the Devas, are actually together. And the 6 realms is developed in Tibet, and also it accommodates the 6 Buddhas of the 6 realms from the Guhyagarbha Tantra, and it accommodates different explanations of the 6 syllables of the Om Mani Padme Hum mantra. Okay, then we have the 6 Sipe Gyalmo manifestations. So this is the main protector of the Bön religion, Sipe Gyalmo, and she has 6 different main manifestations. We have 6 teachers of discipline, and this is another name for the 6 guardians of the 6 realms, the Dulwa Shendruk. Now, for 8, we have the 8 Chama, protecting from the 8 fears. Now, this is, of course, very much following the Tara in Buddhism and the 8 fears, and coming out of Bön Sarma. Then we have the 8 offering goddesses. Now, for 9, we have the 9 Shangshung sages. Now, this has to do with the Shangshung Nyingyu lineage and 9 important teachers. Then we have the 12 ritual deities, and the 12 ritual deities relate to the life story of Tompa Shenrap. The same as you have Padmasambhava with the 8 manifestations of Padmasambhava relate to 8 stories in his life. The 12 ritual deities relate to 12 stories in Tompa Shenrap's life. Then we have the 24 Shangshung masters. Again, these follow after the 9 Shangshung sages. Then we have the 33 celestial Bön ritual experts, and this relates very much to the 5 earlier that relate to funerary services. Then we have the 45 peaceful deities, and then we have the 86 wrathful deities. So they go together as peaceful and wrathful. And in between that, we have the 80 Druptop of the Magyu system. These are the accomplished ones of the Magyu system, and they function very much like the 84 Mahasiddhas of the Buddhist tantric system. In the Magyu system of the Bön, they have 80 of these accomplished masters. Then we have the 121 stupas, 121, actually Chorten, the 121 Chorten. And this is coming out of a system of 360 or 360 plus, except the 121 Chorten can be seen on Earth, whereas the other, the full number of 360, they can't all be seen on Earth. Then we have the number 250. So we have 4 different individuals. We talked about the 4 transcendent lords. So we have Sangpo Bumtri, Shenla Okar, Sherab Chama, and Tompa Shenrap. And each of these are accompanied by 250 secondary figures. And the Sherab Chama, being female, is accompanied by 250 female secondary figures. And then we have the last number is 1,000, and this refers to the 1,000 Sangje of the Bön religion. And the 1,000 Sangje of the Bön religion is made up of these 4 groupings of 250 of Sangpo Bumtri, Shenla Okar, Sherab Chama, and Tompa Shenrap. So combining all of those, we get the 1,000 Sangje of the Bön. Now, sometimes you'll hear people saying the 1,000 Buddhas of the Bön tradition, but actually they're 1,000 Sangje of the Bön tradition. Because we default on the HAR website, we default to Tibetan language or Shangshung terms when we're talking about the Bön religion, rather than borrowing Sanskrit terminology from Buddhism to try and explain Bön, which I think is not useful at all. So that's it. You can press like, you can subscribe, you can join HAR on Patreon, and you can also make a donation on the homepage of Himalayan Art Resources.